back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Now, since Christmas is right around the corner, let's get started with some black cake or rum cake. Here I have some all-purpose flour, brown sugar, eggs, vanilla extract. I have some homemade burnt sugar. I'll show you all how I made it in just a minute. I have my pureed fruit. I'll be using some lemon zest. I have almond extract, some butter, baking powder. For the spices, I'll be using cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg, and some salt. So this is how I made the fruits, and I wasn't going to share this recipe in this video. I was going to send y'all to another video that I did prior, to show you how to make the fruit. But then I said, you know what? Some people don't like having to go other places for a recipe. They prefer to have it in the one setting, which is more convenient. So I decided to show you all after the fact. But here I have my fruits, and what you need is some sweet red wine. Now, in America, we don't get the kind of wines we get back in Guyana or in the Caribbean. So you just use what's available to you. So here I have a sweet red wine and some spice rum that I'll be soaking my fruit in. You can use any rum or any sweet wine for this. And what I used for the spices was some star anise, clove, and cinnamon sticks. I used some cherries, prunes, raisins, currants, and some cranberries. Now what I did was added everything to the jar, which I already did, and then I figure out, what I wanted to show them the recipe. So let me just show them what I did and explain it, and they'll understand. So I added everything to the jar, and then I add some rum and some wine. Now you could add rum and wine to your own liking. If you want more rum than wine, you add that. If you want more wine than rum, you add that. Now I added more wine than rum because I don't want to overpower my cake with a bunch of rum in it. I did that before and I didn't really like how the cake turned out. So you want to be moderate in how you're adding rum and wine. Now, after about 4 months, this is me just removing the lemon peel. I did add some lemon peel in there, and the spices, I was removing them. Now you can leave the cloves in there because the cloves get blended because they're so small. It doesn't really matter if you remove them. So I just leave them in there and blend them up. And I transfer it to a mixing bowl, and I just blend it up in there. I use my hand blender, but if you want to transfer it to a regular blender and blend it, you can do that. And once it's done, this is the consistency that I like. But if you want it more smooth or chunky, you can do it to suit your own preference. Now let's burn the sugar. What I did was add about 1 cup of sugar to a saucepan, and I allow it to caramelize. You want to allow this, just allow it to heat up and caramelize. Once it caramelizes and it starts to change, this is how it will look. And you want to be very careful with this because if you burn your sugar too dark, it will be so bitter. It will spoil your cake, so you don't want that. You want it to be a nice brown color, not too black. So this is the sugar in the second stage, and it's not there yet. We will keep stirring and allow it to become a little bit darker. And this is it once it becomes to the stage that I like, and it's nice and sweet and not as bitter as when it's too dark. This is it right here, and now we will add some water to this, and that's it. Turn your heat off and set this aside. Now it will look super thin right now, but when it cools down, it will thicken up. You know, I feel like people complicate this recipe when it's so simple and not complicated at all. You can do these steps like 2 days before, so it's not overwhelming. Now let's move on to the next step. We will combine all of our dry ingredients, adding our spices, baking powder and salt to our flour. Mix the combine and we'll set that aside. Now let's add the flavors to our eggs, lemon zest, almond and vanilla extract. We'll mix well and set aside. This will prevent the eggs from smelling or tasting raw and rank. Don't you just hate a cake when you can taste the eggs in there and smell the eggs in there? That raw egg smell, I hate that. So this will prevent that from happening. Now let's cream our butter and sugar. I will add the sugar to the butter and we'll mix with a hand mixer. Because I'm making one cake, it's not necessary to use a stand mixer, but if you're making like a big batch, a stand mixer would be, more appropriate. So we will mix this until the butter and sugar is nice and fluffy and most of the sugar is all melted. So after about 10 minutes, we'll now start adding our eggs in a little at a time. We will add them in. You want to scrape your bowl down. Make sure that, everything is in the middle, and then we'll start adding the egg a little at a time. And we will mix that in until it's well combined. Next, we will add our pureed fruit. And if you like a super dense cake, you might want to add a little more fruit here. Or you can check out my other older black cake recipe and you can go by that. That's a very dense cake. This one I'm not making so dense because I want to have options for people who don't like their cake too dense. This one I'm making, it's not too dense and it's not too light. It's right in the middle. Now, once all your fruit is mixed in, we'll start adding our flour mixture a little at a time. You don't want to over mix your batter, so be very gentle and avoid over mixing. So once I added my last set of flour, I will now add my color here. The burnt sugar, we will add a little bit here. Now everyone knows that I don't like my cake too black. I know it's called black cake, but I feel like it's not appetizing when it's too black. I like it to be a really dark brown. So I don't add too much color here, but feel free to add color to your desired, however you like your cake, you add color to that. It's just simple. Just add color the way you like your cake. So once the color is mixed in there, we will now transfer this to our baking pan. So today I'll be using a 9-inch baking pan, and like I said, I'm just making one cake, So this is for like a person that lives alone. You just want one cake for Christmas. This is the recipe for you. So we will add our butter to our baking pan, and you want to preheat your oven to 285 degrees. You never want to overbake a cake, and you don't want to bake it on high heat because it will have cracks in it. High heat causes cracks in your cake and you don't want that. So once we level our cake off and you want to tap it on the countertop to make sure all the air bubbles is gone, we will now place this in the oven. Now I will be placing some water at the bottom rack, and then I'll place this right in the middle rack. and we will bake it for about 2 hours. After about 2 hours, this is the cake. It smells amazing in my kitchen. It smells like Christmas. We will now poke some holes all around that cake. Make sure you get the holes all around, and then we will saturate the cake with some wine and rum. I have in a spray bottle a little bit of rum and some wine, and we will saturate the cake really well and allow it to cool down completely before I show you all what it looks like on the inside. So I went out to run some errands, and now I'm back and I will show you all what the cake looks like. We will remove it from the pan, and then we will flip it over, remove the parchment paper, and that's it, guys. If you want this cake pan, it's on Amazon. I will leave the link down in the description box. It's so much easier and stuff to bake your cake in here. You know, you don't have to worry about your cake sticking inside the pan and it breaking up and all that stuff. So yeah, this is the cake, guys. It smells so amazing. I did went in with some more wine and rum. You know, you keep saturating your cake. You want it to be nice and moist, so you keep doing that. And now we will slice the cake and I'll show you all how it looks. It was the perfect texture, guys. Perfect, perfect. It was not too dense and it was not too fluffy. It was right in the middle. And if you like your cake like this is the recipe for you. It was so flavorful with all the spices and rich and just perfect for Christmas. And also, if you want a bigger batch of cake, all you have to do is double up or triple up on the ingredients. That's it. I hope you all give the recipe a try. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and leave a comment down below. I will leave all the ingredients and measurements down in the description box, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching and enjoy.